just outside San Antonio, Texas, and Ram flew me out here to test drive the all-new 2019 Ram 1500. I'm excited to drive the truck, but there's an embargo on driving impressions, so right now I cannot tell you exactly how it drives. But what I can do is give you top 10 ways in which the new truck is improved over the outgoing model, and that's coming up right now. Before we continue, we have to address the styling. Yes, the truck has an all-new style. It looks familiar, but Ram got rid of the crosshair grille. A lot of you guys are upset about it, and you guys are writing us messages, and we appreciate your feedback about this. I asked Ram about it, and they said they made a decision. They said it was time to move in a new direction, so they did. It's raining here in Texas, which means we might be having a lot of fun in the mud. But first on my list of improvements is actually something you cannot see. Ram says they've subtracted about 225 pounds when you compare the new truck to the old. And they did it with the uses of high-strength steel in the frame, saved around 120 pounds there. And also they removed about 100 pounds from the bed and the cab. Ram is using aluminum tailgate and aluminum hood, as well as some other improvements to make the truck lighter. And why is that better? Well, because you get better performance, acceleration, and braking. You also get better efficiency. Ram says the new truck will be around 10% more fuel efficient, although final numbers from the EPA are not available yet. While Ram did save weight, they also made the truck bigger. This right here is a Bighorn Edition quad cab, but if you take a look at the full crew cab, they've made it 4 inches longer overall, and in the back, they carved out 5 extra inches of legroom when you compare it to the outgoing truck. And in my book, more comfort is better, even though these trucks are getting really, really big. Ah, not bad. When you look at the interior of the new truck, Ram did a really good job, in my opinion, with the fit and finish. And this is a Bighorn, which is a volume truck for Ram. And this is an 8.4-inch Uconnect system. And the quality of the truck and also luxurious features are really what makes this truck stand out when compared to the old. Yes, everything is familiar. You have your backup camera, which has really good resolution. But in the Limited and the Laramie Longhorn editions, you also get the 12-inch screen. The dash has been moved closer to the driver, so it's within easy reach. There is redundancy, so I can turn heated seats via the screen, or I can also push the hard button here. And the button layout is really intuitive with new switches. So I think they really hit it out of the ballpark with the uses of their wood, the metals, and the way they design the interior is a step in the right direction. But next on my list is what Ram has done with their off-road packages for the 1500. First, they introduced the off-road package for this year, which means you're getting the off-road all-terrain tires, you're getting skid plates underneath, hill descent control. You've seen that package also in their heavy-duty trucks. And then there is the Rebel, and Ram is giving you a lot more options with the Rebel. Now there are 2 cab configurations, quad cab and crew cab. You have 2 suspension options, steel springs and also air suspension, and there is several engine options with the V6 and the V8. Also, the 33-inch Duratrac Goodyear tires on the Rebel now. So as far as off-roading is concerned, I think Ram 1500 is taking it even further. Next is cargo space and utility. One of the things that Ram did is they raised the bed about 1.5 inches, which gives you more cargo volume. The Ram boxes are still coming back for 2019, and they're now larger. The bins, storage bins inside the cab and the floor are also larger. Yes, the bed is higher, which means it's a little bit harder to reach over it, but including these utility bars inside the bed and a tonneau cover option, Ram is stepping up their cargo capacity and cargo management. Under the hood is a surprise. Well, actually, the surprising part is that Ram has kept the 5.7 liter Hemi, and it has the same output specifications as before, 395 horsepower and 410 pound-feet of torque. But they're doing something new. They're using their mild hybrid system they call e-torque, and the truck will launch first of all with this V8 with no hybrid available. Then a little bit later, the e-torque system will become available, and that electric motor provides an additional boost of 130 pound-feet of torque at launch speed. So not at high end, but it helps the truck get going. And then there is also the V6 available. So although Ram has chosen to kind of maintain their powertrain as well as their outputs, they're also introducing this new hybrid technology for improved performance down low, but also for better efficiency. There are now 3 fuel tank options on the 2019 truck. There's a 23-gallon, 26-gallon, and 33-gallon tank, which is now 1 gallon more capacity than before. So you're getting a little bit more efficiency, but also more range because of the bigger fuel tank. Ram also improved the safety of the truck. This has to do with the way the frame is designed, with the front rails, how they can absorb energy, but also driver assistance features. The new Ram has available optional adaptive cruise control system, lane keep system, collision mitigation system. So when you compare it to the old truck, the safety is built in, although we don't have final ratings from the government safety agency or the IIHS yet. As soon as we get those, we'll publish them for you. Ram just packed the new truck with technology, and I'm talking about a lot of different elements. For example, they improved aerodynamics of the truck overall by 9%. And first for any truck, it now has an active air dam. Over 35 miles an hour, it actually lowers, improving the truck's aerodynamics. And then when you're going off-road, for example, it retracts back at slower speeds. On the inside, there's also the wireless charger system. There's 5 USB ports. 4 of them are now USB-C, the fast charging system. And the 12-inch screen and just a lot more technology than they used to have are now available on this truck.
CarPlay will always go to the top. That's kind of the default for Apple. And that does allow you to then utilize a bunch of the other aspects of the system. So you can go in there while that's up. You can actually go into media.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. And then you can go into comfort, as well as travel link will also play up in that area. And then you can also switch back and forth to full screen. So say we got CarPlay going now, you can actually then go to full screen navigation.
Okay, so you can utilize the entire screen. You can utilize the
entire thing.
Or split it, or choose which screen is which,
correct.
Right?
And CarPlay is playing in the background, so if you get messages or pop-ups, anything that, it'll actually pop up on the screen and allow you to select it. And if you want to get back to that state, you basically always go back to the home screen, and that'll pop that back up.
There's still 6 trim levels. We're talking about the Tradesman, this big horn, you have the Rebel, you have the Laramie, you have the Longhorn, and the limited trucks. You also have the Lone Star Edition that's coming out at launch. You have the Mopar accessories and performance parts, which you can order, when the truck goes on sale this spring. Finally, the most important thing about the truck is how much it can haul and tow. And Ram improved these numbers significantly. The top payload number is now 2,320 pounds of payload for a V6 truck, and the maximum towing capacity is now 12,750 pounds. It's not class leading. Ford has a higher specification on their F-150, but Ram upgraded to a 6 lug hubs, bigger brakes, of course all the chassis improvements, suspension, and all those things allow you to carry more and tow more, which is about a 20% improvement over the outgoing model, and that's crucially important. Guys, you have to come back on March 16th. That's when the embargo lifts, and I'll be able to do another video with off-road driving impressions, on the highway impressions, fuel economy, pricing. A lot more information is going to be available on March 16th, so come back to tfltruck.com for more news, views, and real-world, brand new 2019 Ram 1500 reviews. Thanks.